Hello and welcome to my channel. If you'd like to see how I achieved this look, stay tuned. I start off on freshly washed and deep conditioned hair that I let dry and stretch overnight. I like to start on dry hair because if I start on soaking wet hair, it'll take my hair forever to dry, and I'm avoiding heat, so I wanted to let this dry overnight. I separate my hair into 3 sections, 2 in the front and 1 in the back. The 2 sections in the front I separate by a nice deep side part because that's how I usually like to wear my hair. And I go ahead and part it so that when I'm separating the curls, I have a nice defined part. Next, I'm going to spritz my hair with a mixture of water and aloe vera juice and just work that in. Once that's worked in, I just detangle my hair a little bit, and then I'll add my leave-in conditioner, which I use the Shea Moisture's Black Jamaican Castor Oil leave-in conditioner. This is my favorite, so I'm very generous with it. After applying each product, I make sure that I detangle my hair thoroughly. I'll list all the products in the description box below. Now I'm adding my oil, which I use the extra virgin olive oil, and I'm also very generous with this because I'm low porosity hair and I want to make sure I lock in all of that moisture. Usually for my cream, I use Shea Moisture's Curl Enhancing Smoothie, but I'm all out, so I'm using Cantu's Coconut Curling Cream. And as my styler, I'm using Motion's Foam Lotion. The last product that I'm using is the Olive Oil Eco Styler Gel. I put a little bit on my part just to make sure that it's nice and defined, and then I put a little bit on each section to make sure that my curls are holding well. I'm going to part my hair into medium sections and clip back the rest. And then I'm going to take my Denman brush and detangle the rest of my hair. This part is very important. You want to make sure your hair is nice and smooth before you start installing the perm rods. Then I'm going to take my perm rod, smooth it down to the ends of my hair, wrap my hair just once around the perm rod and make sure it's secure, so I wrap the hair again around it and then twist in an upward motion all the way to the top. Once I get to the top, I make sure that I can't twist anymore, and then I take the clamp and put it over the top of my hair right next to my roots to make sure that my roots are not puffy at all. I'll show you again. You will also see that I like to roll my perm rods going backwards because that's the way I like my curls to flow. Another technique that I use is making sure that the clamp is at the bottom of my hair. That way it doesn't get caught up as I'm twisting up to the root of my hair. Once I install all of the perm rods in the front, I move on to the back section. And as you can see here, I've already worked in all of my products and my hair is just ready to install the perm rods. I section that big section in the back into 2 subsections and then start my medium parts from there. I forgot to mention before that I do add a little Eco Styler gel to the ends of my hair to make sure that they stick to the perm rod. As you can see, I'm installing larger perm rods in the back, and that's to create the shape of having my hair longer in the back and tighter curls in the front. Now I have all my perm rods installed and it's time to just let it dry. I put a bonnet over my head and go to sleep. When I wake up in the morning, they're all dry. So here we are the next day and I'm ready to take my perm rods out. So I just unravel them in the opposite direction that I rolled them up in. And before I do this, I put a little olive oil on my hand to make sure that I don't create any frizz. Now it's time to separate. Put a little more olive oil in your hands just to make sure you don't create frizz. Rub it in and begin separating. You just want to split the curls apart where they naturally want to separate and then curl them around your finger in the same direction that you rolled the perm rods up in. After I've separated all the curls, I begin fluffing. So I flip my hair over and I check to see if there were any curls that I missed and that I still need to separate. And then I get my pick and I start picking my roots. I make sure that I pick from underneath so that I don't disrupt any of the curls. But I do like my hair nice and big. Like I said, I usually wear a side part. But this time I wanted to try something different and give an illusion of bangs. So I took some bobby pins and I pinned the front of it back and then just flipped it over to give an illusion of bangs. Then I just continue shaping and fluffing and pinning where I want to pin until I get the desired look that I want. This style turned out great. As you can see, my curls are nice and bouncy and shiny. This style actually lasts me 10 days. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you in my next video.